What if I told you there's a new coaching software out there that simplifies everything? Meal plans, check-ins, workouts, all in one place without the usual headaches. It's called MyCoach Ai, and it's one of the newest platforms built for nutrition and fitness coaches. But with so many coaching tools out there, the real question is, does it actually live up to the hype? In this video, we're giving you our first impressions, walking through the features of the software, what works, what doesn't, and helping you figure out if MyCoach Ai is the right move for your coaching business. To help me do that, I've got Coach Josie here to give you the rundown.
Hey everyone, Coach Josie here. I'm gonna give you a little tour, show you how it works, but first, a quick little heads up. At the time of filming, MyCoach Ai is still a pretty new software and they're constantly adding new features. So if you're watching this video in a year or two, definitely go check out their website to see if they've added anything else. And if you happen to be watching a year or two down the road and you want an updated review on this software, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see what MyCoach Ai is all about and how it stacks up to other softwares out there right now. Okay, so when you first sign up for MyCoach Ai, first of all, they have a 14-day free trial, so I would definitely take advantage of that. But once you create your account or start the trial, the first thing that it's gonna direct you to is this onboarding journey. And the reason that I'm including this in the video and not jumping straight in is because I found this section to be really helpful when I was kind of playing around with MyCoach Ai. The nice thing is they have complete walkthrough videos on how to set up your account. I would definitely watch these because MyCoach Ai doesn't necessarily perform, or you don't do things in the same way or workflow that you would on like Trainerize or PT Distinction, something like that. So I'd definitely check these out. And then there's also some different bonus videos that they give you that can show you like how to set up a coaching program in MyCoach Ai and kind of walk you through different templates and styles of coaching. So I thought this was very helpful and I wanted to shout this out first because it's the first thing you're gonna come across when you start your account. All right, so once you have the account created, you've done the onboarding process, this is what your dashboard is actually going to look like in MyCoach Ai. So as you can see at the beginning of your journey, when you first sign in, you're gonna have all these different client notifications of what somebody missed, what somebody completed, if check-ins were completed, things like that. You can also create events in MyCoach Ai, which isn't something I'm gonna cover very in depth in this video, but you can have clients schedule in on your calendar and things like that within the software. So that's pretty cool. So if you have anything up here, you can do it here. Other than that, over here is kind of your quick guide to where you're gonna go. So you have your dashboard here, which is where we are. You have programs, so you can build out programs and templates here. Your workouts are here, meal plans here. Content is where you can put in different files. You can create meal guides, things like that. Here, we'll go into that a little bit more in depth. And then if you have anybody on your team, you can have other coaches attached to this account as well. And then if we move down, you have actually a customizable quick action section, which is really cool. So like if you find that you're always creating meal plans or you need to quick create workouts a lot, you can customize this section to have kind of your top most used features just right here at the click of a button. And then down here, you're gonna have your active clients. You can also create groups, things like that. But let's go ahead now and show you how you actually add a client into your account. So adding the client, it's pretty self-explanatory. I already added me as a test client, so I'll kind of show you how I built out that profile. But all you have to do to invite a client is just invite your client, you put in their phone number, their email, and then this will actually send them a text message and an email telling them to set up their account and giving the instructions to download the app and all of that good stuff. The cool thing here is you have a couple of options when it comes to automations and things like that. So you can send them an onboarding form, which I'll show you how you kind of can make customizable forms later. So this would send this over to them or have it automatically in their account for them to fill out. You can also add tags to your client. So if these clients are on a certain weight loss program or they're doing a certain challenge, you can tag them so you can have easy access later and set up further automations. All right, when it comes to the client app for MyCoach Ai, like I mentioned, you're going to add your client and then they are going to get sent to their phone a text message and email that will have them set up their account. Now, the thing that's different about MyCoach Ai compared to Trainerize or other software apps out there right now is that they don't have a dedicated app in the App Store. Instead, what they have is a web browser app, so it looks and performs exactly like like a normal app. However, it's connected to a browser like Safari instead of being its own standalone app. Now, in my opinion, after using the MyCoach Ai app as a client, it works and looks exactly like an app, as you'll see in the footage on screen. However, it does have some of those browser quirks, like sometimes the typing gets a little weird and things like that a traditional app might not have. The other downside to this is that you can't white label your app currently. Now, I do suspect that an App Store downloadable app is coming, but for now, this is what we've got. All right, back to building out your client program in MyCoach Ai. So that's what the client profile looks like on the client side from their app, but we'll go ahead and show you now how it looks in your software, how you would be interacting with it as a coach. So the first thing is when you click on your client's profile, you can send messages. You can see their check-ins here, which I'll show you a little bit more about the check-in feature because it's really cool in a little bit. You can see their schedule, their profile, so you can check out like payments, automations, their check-ins, stuff like that. And then you can also go through and look at their metrics here. So you have really everything you need in this section. When it comes to messaging, I know auto messaging and messaging is really important to a lot of coaches because it's how you're going to communicate with your clients. You can send videos, you can send PDFs over, you can actually send over meals and recipes from the MyCoach Ai kind of recipe bank, as well as things that you create. So there's tons of different things that you can send over back and forth with your clients, which almost makes email and other forms of communication not needed. So it helps you really consolidate everything into one place. And then the next thing that I'm going to show you is the schedule. So you have the option to schedule things directly into your client's schedule from their dashboard like this. So if you wanted to add a workout, you can just add it here. If you wanted to add, a meal plan or something like that, all of that can be added in here if you would like to. But I think if you want to get the most bang out of your buck, automate things as much as possible and save as much time in your coaching business, you're going to want to use the programs feature, which is going to actually help you create and template out programs that you can assign to different clients. So we're going to leave the client view for now, and we're going to go talk about what that program feature looks like. So we are in the programs tab, and the really cool thing about MyCoach Ai that I found is you have a lot of flexibility when you're creating programs, when you are building out your coaching system. This is good because if you can dream it, you can do it, but it can also be a little overwhelming, I found, because there was so much freedom that it kind of made me think, what do I do next? How do I create this? But if you spend some time with it and you play around with the features, you can create something really cool. So to create a program, all you do is push create a program. You can customize like the colors and you can start building things out. Just for simplicity's sake, I am going to show you a sample that I created. So this is a 4-week, edit the program, a 4-week kind of fat loss program example. As you can see, I customized when it starts. You can assign a color to it, and you can just kind of assign different tasks and workouts and meal plans, etc. So on this first day here, I have a metric for recording your weight. I put that in every single day. I added a workout. This is a push day. I added also, this is kind of cool, a PDF of a grocery list that I could send to my clients that they can see and get dripped out on specific days. If you come here too, let's just find a day and add things. You can see that there's so many things that you can put into your clients' programs between workouts, meals, specific meals, or even adding a meal plan, adding different pieces of content like video lessons, PDFs, portion guides, things like that. You can get these things scheduled into your client's program automatically in the programs tab. You can also add different forms, use these smart actions to send things like messages and things like that. So there's a lot of different customization. And then all you have to do when you add a client is go ahead and just add this to their program, and it automatically syncs everything within the program to their calendar. And if you need to make adjustments, you can do it right from their account. So again, there's so much flexibility and freedom here. I'm really only kind of touching the surface with what I'm showing you, but this is what the programs tab looks like. And speaking of programs, we got to add workouts to those, right? And we got to add meal plans. So let's go ahead and show you the workout builder. All right, so here is the workout builder. And the one thing that I really liked about this workout builder compared to some of the other ones is that they have a lot of already built out workouts. So what you'll see in MyCoach Ai is that they're going to call your stuff My, and the stuff that they make, like their templates, are labeled under AI. So it's like MyCoach Ai, right? So as you can see in these AI workouts, that doesn't mean they were built by AI. I mean, maybe they were, but that means that they're templated workouts. They have a ton of these that you can choose from. You can rename them, you can edit them, but I just like that they had this because then you don't have to build everything from scratch. Now, if you did want to build something from scratch, all you have to do is create a workout, title the workout, put a description. What I thought was kind of cool is you can actually assign a difficulty to the workout, which is interesting. You can put like an estimated time frame, what type of workout it's going to be. Is it at home? Is that at the gym? And then if you wanted to find, an exercise, it's really just like most other workout builders out there. You just look it up, click it, you can add how many sets you want, all of that good stuff. And then I will add a little pop-up here of what completing a workout in MyCoach AI looks like for your client here. When I was doing it, it was really seamless, super easy, reminded me a lot of other workout builders, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I thought this is a great workout builder. Now, like most of the training softwares out there, you can add your own exercises to MyCoach AI that you can assign to your clients. You can add them from YouTube, all that good stuff. So this might be a little backwards for some people because this is a little hard for me to get used to at first. Your exercises, so your workouts are here. Your exercises are located in content, and then you just come down to exercises, and you can already see I added in some of my own exercises. I just took some videos from YouTube. As you can see, you can add different tags. So when you're searching things, it's easier to find. You can title them. You can add external video links. So you can take a demo from YouTube, click it in here, and your clients will be able to use it. So that's really nice. But MyCoach AI has like a ton of already loaded for you exercises. So I would definitely recommend when you're starting out, keep it simple for yourself, use what they have. And if you need to, it's really easy to add new exercises. So that's a big plus. All right. So beyond workouts, we also have meal plans within MyCoach AI. And this is the thing I will say that really attracted me to MyCoach AI and made us want to make a video on it, was because it has these AI generated meal plans. And it has basically the ability to create meal plans and, recipes and stuff like that already located in the software, which is not that common within the training software market right now. I know a lot of different companies are trying to streamline these features, but sometimes the nutrition coaching features are not great in these softwares yet. So I want to kind of go over the meal plan feature specifically and how I thought that it performed, but also some of the other nutrition coaching features that are within MyCoach AI, because there's some really interesting ones and there's some ones that I think need a little bit of work. So we're going to start with the meal plan. So you can create meal plans. So entering in your own recipes, things like that. If you're somebody who has a lot of, staple meals that you like to assign to your clients, you can actually just create recipes and meals that you can put either into a meal plan or that you can assign directly to a client's program. So if you want to just create individual meals, you can come into content and create a meal. So you title the meal, and then you'll actually type in the ingredients here. You can add tags, you can write cooking instructions, things like this. I think this is great because you can bundle these together in a content package, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a second here with these content groups. And you can have like a little recipe guide or package for your clients to use. And the nice thing is that it calculates the macros, the fats, the proteins, your macros, your calories, all that good stuff. And it can actually sync it to their nutrition log for the day. So it's kind of like having, a meal planning software within the app already. Again, that's super cool. So you can add your own meals, but you can also use some of their sample meal plans or the AI meal plan generator. Now, I was really looking forward to this AI meal plan generator, and I was slightly disappointed. I'm going to show you how it works, and you can kind of decide for yourself your thoughts, but let's go ahead and show you how it works. So you can create these AI meal plans. I'm just going to choose kind of one of their sample ones, and essentially what you're going to first do is just type in how many calories you want somebody to be eating during the day. And then in this, so far, very cool, right? This is awesome. And you can choose between grams, you can choose between percentages. Let's just like keep it as it is right now to keep it simple. And then what you do is you just generate a meal plan. And again, I'll show you where you can customize some other settings and stuff later, but we'll just kind of go like a basic template here. We'll let it build. Okay, perfect. So now what we have here, and this is pretty cool, we have a fully built out meal plan that's going to fit for these macros that I've set here. And the cool thing is you can add this plan once you save it to clients' plans, and you can even have it where it will auto-generate meal plans automatically for your clients when you just turn the setting on, which I'll show you later. But here's where I had a little bit of some problems. Some of these entries I thought were a little unrealistic for the average person. Some of them might be a little bit boring to some people as well. There's other areas within the software where you can actually, like, as you can see here, exclude certain options. You can have it at any budget. You can have it use more variety, use less variety. But some of the meals were just, they were a little interesting. Like, for example, French bread, spinach dip, and kiwi. Like, I mean, I guess that works, but to me, this doesn't feel like a meal that most people are gonna be very like, oh yes, this makes sense in my diet. Or like sea bass, French bread, and white mushrooms. And the thing that's kind of unfortunate about these meal plans is that there's no recipes or anything involved. So it'd basically be like your client would have the ingredients weighed out already for them, which is great, I suppose. But the meals that it came up with seemed a little disjointed. I don't know if there's a way to make them a little more cohesive, but it's giving like 13-year-old boy who's starting to bodybuild and get jacked, right? Like I don't see like a busy mom, cooking up for lunch trout, yellow potatoes, and Normandy blend. You know what I mean? So this for me was kind of a miss, but in terms of the other features with the nutrition stuff, this is pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and show you some other things. I showed you how you can create meals. That's probably the most applicable way to use their meal planning features right now. You can make recipes and assign them and create recipe bundles, things like that. But I want to show you some of the actual nutrition tracking features that are within MyCoach Ai already. So here's the cool thing. If you're a nutrition coach or you want to add nutrition into your coaching package, right from your client's dashboard, you can go ahead and adjust their macros right within their account. So if I wanted to, do it by percentages or grams, I could do that, adjust their macros. You can also have it set to auto-generate the meal plan for them. So if somebody signs up, this is clicked on, they're going to have those auto-generated meals that I already showed you previously added to their account. You can also turn it off, and then you can set them here. You also have some additional settings, which I think is really handy to have, that you can turn on or turn off depending on the package level, the client, etc. And then I'm going to have a screen pop up right now. Your client can actually track their food within MyCoach Ai. So they have a barcode scanner, they have a large database, and this is super cool because this literally puts everything into one software for you and your clients. And when they track their food, it's actually going to sync into their account, and you can review all of their nutrition data, what they ate, portions, calories, macros, all of that, either on a daily basis or in their weekly check-in, which we're gonna go ahead and talk about right now. So now let's go into the check-in features, because this is really cool. So you will go ahead and schedule a check-in right into your client's account. You can customize your check-in forms, and they can fill out the check-in form right in the app. So then when it's time to respond to your check-in, you just click here. You're gonna schedule their next check-in, so you can choose the date. And then this is so cool because in this screen, you can see their macros. You can customize new ones. If I come over here and I go to metrics, I can go ahead and take a look at their nutrition from certain time periods, see on average what they're eating. I can adjust the things right here. So let's say that I wanted to bring like calories down. It's going to take it from carbs, and then I push continue. You can go ahead too and look at other metrics right here in this dashboard, which is super cool. So like, for example, I have these front photos, and I can actually see based on, now mind you, I did the check-in on the same day, but it would show you differences between like the last two things. You can look at past check-ins, etc. So then when you push continue, you can see make any changes, view the summary, and then you can go ahead and send a response right to your client. And this will be sent directly to their messages. So if you wanted, you could send probably put a Loom link here, just put your summary, and then you literally send it and you're done. So the check-in feature is really interesting and unique. And I thought this was really cool because instead of, going between 8 different screens and sending emails and corresponding that way, you can do everything in here and you can see it all just on this screen. So that's really, really cool. Now I want to quickly show you the content section. And this is really cool because you can upload your own lesson videos. You can upload different files like grocery lists, things like that, great exercises, make different meals that you can just have in your account, etc. And you can actually create little content groups. So let's say that you wanted to create like meal prepping mini course. You could upload, 4 to 5 videos about meal prepping and create a meal prepping mini course bundle that you can actually have dripped out throughout your programs for your clients. So I thought this was a really cool feature. So it's kind of like having a course platform all in one as well. You can make different recipe bundles. So if you wanted to make like high protein, low fat, something like that, or you wanted to make specific bundles, you could organize all of your meals into different content groups and assign them to your clients. Then the last thing that I'll show you within MyCoach Ai is the settings tab. So there are tons of different settings that you can adjust for your programs and for clients and things like that. So this is really cool because you can change a lot of different things. You can set how your clients get notifications, things like that. The other thing that is helpful in here is you can actually set up your payment system. So you can set up payments between Stripe so that you can process payment within MyCoach Ai. Now, the one thing that I did not love about the payment system was that unlike other training softwares where you create products and then you sell the products, you actually schedule payment into your client's program. So if you were creating a program and you wanted to collect payment right at the beginning of it, you would go ahead and schedule that into their program so they can't move on until they pay. You can set recurring payments, you can do all of that stuff. Just because I'm used to it, like to have a product that I can sell and then the client gets access to the app. But that was one downside for me, is I don't like that you have to like set it in there and take payment that way. But it's not a huge deal breaker, but that's something to be aware of. All right, so that's it for the walkthrough. Let's go ahead and talk about pricing and my final thoughts now. All right, now we're gonna talk about pricing. The current pricing for MyCoach Ai is a base pay of $12.99 per month, and this includes 4 clients in the plan. Now, once you exceed 4 clients, it's going to be an additional $3 per month for each client. You can also get a discount on per seat clients by bundling for quarterly or yearly bundles. Now, this pricing structure definitely does have pros and cons depending on how many clients you have and how you structure your business. For example, if you have 20 one-on-one clients paying you $300 a month, the MyCoach Ai software is only going to cost you $60 for the month, which when you have that many clients is actually very reasonable considering it runs your whole business. However, if you're running free challenges or low ticket offers, this could end up getting a little bit pricier and cut into your profits because now you have to pay a little bit more per person that's added to the program. So that's the pricing information. Now I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on MyCoach Ai. Overall, I think MyCoach Ai is a really great coaching software, and I'm really excited to see how it evolves over the next couple of years, considering they're a fairly new software compared to the other big names in the industry, and it's already packed with a lot of really unique and useful features. For me, what really stood out was the flexibility that you have within the software, whether it's creating meals, program creation, the customizations. You can really make the software do what you want it to do in a way that works for your business. I also love the ability to create and drip out content. I think this is super cool because you can make little mini courses for people and bundle together resources that are easy to access for your clients. And lastly, I loved the check-in feature. I thought that was really cool and a really organized way to do client check-ins. Just having all of the information and even being able to easily access past check-ins and data, really a game changer in my opinion. But like Hannah Montana said, nobody's perfect, so let's talk about some of the cons of MyCoach Ai. The first and biggest one for me was the AI meal generator. It does do as it claims to do. However, I think we could have a more improvement around either more realistic recipes for clients, maybe even add instructions into the meals that are given to people. For me, it just felt a little too random, and I personally probably wouldn't use that feature. However, if you're someone who gives out general meal guides anyway, or are used to kind of giving like a generated ChatGPT type of meal plans, that feature might suffice for you. But for me, I will just create my own meal plans using MyCoach Ai or use the recipes that they already have within the system. The second con to me was the learning curve that you need to have to use MyCoach Ai. Now, even as somebody who has used a lot of coaching softwares and I'm pretty tech savvy, I would say, using MyCoach Ai was a little challenging for me at the beginning because it's just very different than most of the other coaching softwares out there right now. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. It's actually good in some cases. However, it does mean you are going to have to be patient while using the software and figuring it out. And I highly recommend do not skip the onboarding videos. I'm guilty of that. Anytime I start something new, I just skip and get in, but you're gonna wanna look at those onboarding videos. You also have the option to book a one-on-one call with the developers and attend some live workshops that they host. So I would definitely take advantage of those so that you can avoid frustration as much as possible and also see how the pros of the software are using it to get the best results. And then the last con is going to be the app situation that we discussed earlier. As I mentioned, right now, MyCoach Ai uses a web app, not a traditional app that you can download from either your Android or iPhone app store. Now, honestly, this didn't really bother me at all. Again, it performed and looked just like a normal app, so I didn't notice a huge difference. But if this is something that's important to you to have an official app or even have an app that's white labeled to your branding, this is something to definitely keep in mind. So overall, I definitely think MyCoach Ai is worth checking out if the features that we've talked about in this video piqued your interest or you're looking for a coaching software. It is really an all-in-one software solution for coaches between being able to create meal plans, take payment, deliver your workouts, check-ins. You can really do almost everything you need to do for your coaching business within MyCoach Ai. And a lot of softwares claim to do that, but then you're using other tools like email or outside payment methods, etc. So this one is definitely the closest to an all-in-one that I have seen so far at this time in history. I'm sure in 3 months it'll be different, but for now, this is really cool and it's a really big evolution, I think, for the coaching software industry. Now, like I mentioned, MyCoach Ai does offer a 14-day free trial. So if you're interested in this or just want to play around with it, definitely sign up for the trial, check it out, see if you like it, and after you play around with it, let us know what you thought in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you have any questions for us, go ahead and drop them below as well.
Thanks, Coach Josie, for that awesome review. If you want to learn more about what other coaching softwares are out there, the next thing you want to do is check out this video I've linked up right here. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 best coaching softwares out there right now. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.